Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I wanted to make a specific video about trading reversals in crypto. Now, what you have to know is cryptocurrencies tend to have pretty extreme moves, but the reversals will usually follow pretty similar patterns, okay? And typically in your more aggressive reversals, like in this example where you have a V-shaped reversal, we're going to talk about the types of reversals in just a second. It's going to be a more aggressive turnaround, okay? So we're going to have probably a pretty sharp drop, and the move back up can be equally as sharp and as rapid, and we can actually benefit from that, right? Knowing that we have to wait for that peak bottom to come through, that's going to be known as the reversal point. So with these sharper moves, you really want to be patient with your entry because you could very quickly buy in over here or even over here, and you still would be buying in too early compared to the peak low, which was actually down here, or at least if you had bought at the double bottom, that was probably a better idea. So you have to be careful on your entries, and usually I think being patient is a better idea, despite the fact that the price might be moving fast, and you might even see that a V-shaped formation is likely. Always be a little bit more on the patient side in crypto when trading reversals, because they can move a lot lower, or cryptos can sometimes pump a lot more than you think. Okay, it depends on the specific crypto though. Now, when we're talking about bottom reversals, okay, so bounces, they're gonna typically follow one of these two patterns. V-shaped, which is gonna be your faster type of recovery, right? Where you have a neckline, a pullback, and then, continuation to move towards the target. And then a U-shaped, okay, this will kind of be a semicircle type of recovery. That's going to be a little bit slower, but that can be a little bit easier to trade sometimes, especially for newer traders, and a little bit less risk involved in trading a rounded bottom formation of recovery. Okay. And then, of course, on the flip side, we have the peaks. So these are going to be, reversals where the actual asset tops out. Okay, so once again, very similarly here, you can have an overextension and then an equally sharp drop, right? That's going to be your more V-shaped reversals towards the downside. And then you're going to equally have, like we saw before, just an inverse, okay, your U tops, which are going to be more rounded, okay? So like that semicircle arc formation, right, where we're going to have our neckline and then a move below it, right, to confirm the drop. So like I said, it depends on the asset you're trading, right? Bitcoin, for example, usually overextends its moves a little bit higher. Altcoins can fall more, right, than Bitcoin sometimes. So they can drop a lot more before bottoming it out. And I just want to give you, before we look into the chart here, also really pay attention to wicks, guys. Bigger wicks, okay, that can be a sign of entry. We're going to talk about a few pro tips in just a second. I just want to really quickly on the chart show you that now that you know that you really need to focus mostly on V-shaped and U-shaped, right? That doesn't mean that there's not other types of reversals. There's candlestick reversals. There's some slightly different, shapes, but usually, right, even the different shapes, they're going to come in either a more rounded pattern or a more aggressive pattern, right? Something more like a V-shaped. That's even true for the candles to a certain extent, right? So that's why I wanted to focus on that. And if we actually look at the formation, guys, look at it on the Bitcoin chart right now. You see anything particular? Look at this right here, V-shaped bottom, like on our examples. Okay, so the move lower was pretty much as fast as the move back up. And then all over the chart here, more recently, we've been having a lot of these V-shaped formations. Now, sometimes they're a little bit less steep than other times, where you can see this one is a little bit more steep than this one over here, but they're all going to be a little bit more rapid recoveries, right? You got another one over here. This one is probably the least aggressive V-shaped one that we have in our examples today. Okay, but still a more V-shaped formation. Are there any examples of some of those semicircle rounded formations? You can use the arc tool or the curve tool for this. I personally like to use the arc tool quite a bit. And I would say we have a little one right here, okay? So take a look, right? May not be the best example, but this is going to be a little bit more towards a rounded type of formation, right? Is there another one? I think there is right over here, guys. If you look at that. So we can go ahead and place it a little bit more cleanly. But once again, this is going to be following more of that arc type pattern, right? If I do so a little bit more searching, I might be able to find an even better example for those rounded formations. Like I said, it depends on the asset, right? Here's a great one. right down here, right? This is going to be very similar to the examples that we talked about. So keep these two shapes in mind, guys. These are going to keep happening over and over, no matter the asset you're trading. So once again, you can take your arc tool. We have a clear neckline here, right? And then just extend this out. This one took a little bit of time to complete. You can see that slow bottoming and then some flattening out and that climb back higher on the edge. And then once we break the neckline, right, that's when you can actually do your predictive technique where you take the size of the arc, extend it out, and you can see that would have gave us a great target here towards the breakout. That is what I wanted to cover in this video. Please make sure to remember also our pro tips. Look for a slowdown in price action during pumps to find a top. Notice sharp and fast price action wick downs for bottoms. Be patient for waiting for your entry, okay? You don't have to come in here or here. You can actually wait even towards the breakout of the neckline, but at least start getting confirmation that the reversal is happening. So be more on the patient side when you're waiting for your entry, and also possibly wait for confirmation, right? It's always best. Now, if you want more trading insights, don't forget to join the Mastermind Trade Club Telegram group. There'll be a link down in the description below. Thank you for watching.